Everything is coming down to this moment. It's the last finals, last match that's actually going to take place across all servers, and it's going to
Yeah,
be RGN versus Void again.
we're on Faust this time, which is a map we have not seen either of these clans play on really, because I
Hmm.
think we saw it was GMA
Ishtar.
versus Ishtar. Yeah, so
Yep.
we have to see how both teams perform and what strategies they pull out.
Yeah, I imagine both teams are going to be going for their close captures, which I believe would be D and C.
Hmm.
Don't know if a team will try to play B, but if they're able to get that, it could be huge.
Yeah, it can be very, very strong to get capture B because it's almost impossible to reset it.
Yeah, let's see
So,
here.
couple
Draw.
E5s, Kronwagen.
Yeah, his Royal Fatness going into an aggressive spotting position. Spots Korra crossing
Yeah,
and Enzyme. A lot of tanks from Void getting spotted.
wow.
Only an IS-4
That's
for
really
RGN.
good because you want to have
Mm-hmm.
spots where it's really good for rain.
Oh, but Dragon Krieg is a little bit
Oh,
overextended here.
same for even Steve's
Maybe
getting
he
shot
gets
in the
hit.
side.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be tough for Dragon to play
He
it.
is.
Oh, bouncing a shot off the back of the IS-4, but he's going to be
Oh,
pincered here.
shuffling in the
Korra
Cora.
and Reich.
The thing we said about Void is they're again doing really aggressive strategies, and
Yeah.
I don't know if
Now,
it's
this time
close.
it's gonna work out, I think, because
Yeah,
RGN is a little bit spread
RGN
out.
is
They've
very
got
spread
tanks,
out.
yeah, kind of far out, but
Focusing
no shots
Dragon
coming in
Creek.
just yet. Dragon is gonna get knocked
Yeah,
out
Dragon
here.
just lost a lot of HP.
Ooh, yeah, and RGN really can't focus tanks out.
No, it looks like
A
Enzyme now
lot of
starting to deal with Hated Fate with Tanner.
Ooh, Hated Fate now getting dealt with here.
Although even Steven's
RGN.
Insult Ghost Ranger is about to be taken out, it looks like, as well by Rain.
Yeah, Rain is going to be pushing across for even Steven here.
Yeah.
Now the T-22 and the Vickers of Rain are going to be coming in and dealing damage, though, so
So Void
maybe we
really
see the
needs to
HP
quickly come
equalize.
over here, help out their team.
Yeah, they need to buckle down here, that they've got the advantage for a little
They
bit.
do. They've got a really big HP advantage. They've knocked out tanks.
Oh,
Ooh,
Ghost
Ghost
Ranger just got hit
Ranger.
very hard, but
Nice shot from
so did
Rick,
Mike.
though.
Yeah, Ghost Ranger's still not down yet. Only TJ has shots.
Big shells
Big
into
shot coming in,
TJF.
yeah. Oh, TJ's getting
Oh,
absolutely deleted.
and
Oh
Tanner going to
man,
be
that
hitting
hurt.
the finishing shot. There you go.
Yeah,
It looks
and
like
it's
Void
only
is
3.
coming out with this
Yeah,
victory.
3 on 6.
Nice shots in the
Void,
Tanner.
yeah, it looks like Void got that game there. RGN just was a little bit too spread out there.
Wow, very surprising. Especially because, as we were
Yeah,
told, RGN picked this map, which means they were expecting to be
yeah,
very strong
so,
on this.
mm-hmm.
This was a
This
great
is a
job.
big pickup for Void.
It was, because we haven't seen Void really show this much strength. Like, this was kind of like the first game we watched RGN do against Void.
Yeah.
So, great job
Ooh,
to
that,
Void there.
yeah. Definitely didn't look good for Rain there.
Yeah.
Speed catching them with the aggressive strat for once.
Now, this is the best of 5. No, it's the best 2-5 victories, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
First to
this
5.
is a lot. It's going to be at least one more battle for one of the teams here. So it can be going back and forth, and I think it will be going back and forth here quite a bit because it
Yeah, I
starts to
expect
get
it
very
to as well.
tiring.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, we saw there the first game going to Void. As you said, it's going to be first of 5, though. So there's a lot of room for, yeah, the back and forth thing where one team
yeah,
picks up a win
Void
and the
just
other one
climbed
comes with
one
a
of the
response.
steps out of the multiple they need to get to claim victory, which is not going to be
Yes.
easy. Just taking this little brief moment is kind of just like a breather. We've got at least one fallback, but you don't want to let it get to you because, of course, this is for 50
Mm-mm.
grand.
Yes. And RGN needs to come back if they want to win. Like, they can't let that one
Yeah.
loss get to them,
So
as you
I
said.
think RGN is going to continue to fight back, and as we've seen, RGN is really strong. I think both clans, I think this is more of kind of a fluke. It wasn't a fluke on the push itself, but I think it really caught Rain off guard that Void was able to position quickly. They were able to conserve their hit points and really get a fantastic focus fire on some of the
Mm-hmm.
tanks up top. It was really a nice job from Void pushing there.
Yeah, so some new life coming into Void.
Hmm.
They are going to be making this interesting. So it's not going to be, uh, they're not going to be pushovers like they were last time. So
Or at least
hopefully we get to
hopefully.
see some more good ones. Yeah, hopefully. It seems like they're doing much better now, though.
Now back on Oasis Palms. So we saw how Ishtar played, and we saw also how Void played, and Void has
Yeah.
done very similar strats every time on the maps again. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see
So
how they
Rain might
push.
have, yeah, Rain might have the advantage here. Or they could change it up. So again,
They could
mind
change
games
it
might be a
up.
thing.
Now Rain pushing over towards, it seems to be the heavy side this time.
Yeah, and it
And
looks like what you said, Void are going to be taking the same lineup this
yeah,
time.
once again.
Mm-hmm.
Although, actually, they didn't push the Ice Force there last time.
Yeah, they played it. They're playing it differently.
Yeah, they
So
are
yeah,
playing it differently.
they could catch RGN off
Maybe they're
guard
trying to
at the
throw
same
Rain off
time.
guard.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. Korokor is in an interesting position here. Spots, or someone spots Dragon Creek in the
Yeah.
mouse.
So both teams in
Ooh.
very solid positions, of course. The IS4 is on one side, the E5 is on the other. So
Now
it's
Korra
really...
spotted out in the open.
Oof.
RGN's going to be getting some shots into him.
Yeah, and in fact, they're pushing very aggressive
Oh,
already.
yeah. TJ's trying to push into the cap.
It's a really tricky cap
Don't
to
know.
get, though.
Yeah, it's tough. And
Ooh,
but it
but
looks like
Korra
Void
getting
is playing this
punished.
passively.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Korra's actually
Very
really getting
interesting.
punished here. They've already
Yeah,
lost
Rain are
quite
going
a
to
bit of
come up
HP.
with the cap advantage as well as a little bit of an HP advantage. However, Rain might overextend here. They don't know where the other IS4s are.
Yeah, now I will say Tanner did capture base C, which is good for them. That means that they are able to capture, or at least have some points, but they're down on points, and as we know, all that matters is whoever hits that bar first wins.
Yeah, or gets the kills.
So,
But yeah, you see the E5 and the 2 and 5 in the back.
yeah, they're
It
back
looks like they're
waiting for
going
a
for a sort
push.
of, yeah, a push or a sort of like a trap strategy. RGN not falling for the bait though. Korra kind of gave it up in my opinion.
He did.
If you got one IS4 there in that position, probably has some backup.
Korra really bled. The real issue for Speed already is that they've bled about 1,500 hit points here. That's not what you want to do, judging that Rain has literally lost zip on hit points.
Yeah. So early game, going to RGN. Void are going to have to make a push somewhere. Looks like they're going to be going through B. His Royal Fatness is in a good position to
He's in a
spot,
really good
though.
spot to not only spot the light tank, but if anybody tries pushing down, like even Steven, Fatness is just lighting them all up.
Yep. And that is going to shut down that push there. Even Steven now hesitant to push up even further.
Looks like
Now, if you
Rain's
notice,
starting to get antsy.
yeah, well, I think they have the advantage here, so they shouldn't be antsy at all.
Yeah.
The thing is, his Raw Fatness has shots on even Steven, I would think, but he's got that good discipline of not firing.
Because Tanner can then start getting shots in.
And he might get hit by the E100 in the back.
Yeah, exactly. Although Rob actually did take a blind shot at him, but I think he missed the right bush.
Wasn't able to hit him. Tanner could spot him up, though.
And he fired, but he didn't get detected. Actually, Fatness fired.
Tanner's actually outspotted.
Wow. I think Fatness may have actually backed behind the bush far enough so he wouldn't have gotten detected by even Stevens.
Yeah. Well, Steven doesn't have the view range, but outspotting Tanner was huge.
And yeah, Tanner being detected, not great.
Yeah, a lot of blind fires going in, none of them connecting, though.
No, there's really not much going on. I think Rain's playing this correct. They want to take the slow game. They're up on base capture, and they are up on hit points. So they've got heavier tanks, they've got the mouse, and there's no point for them to push when they don't need to.
Precisely. And hopefully they can do a better job than Ishtar did in holding and punishing when Void does decide to push.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing they need to do is when Void pushes, nail down those tanks before they get into your spots. Really, though, I don't see Void really trying to constitute any sort of push here. They haven't changed positions the entire game.
Actually, you see RGN might be making a push instead.
Ooh, they are lining their tanks up.
Yeah, like you said, maybe they are getting antsy here.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's see.
I think Void has got, if Rain makes a push, I think Void has got good spots to counter it. The question is Rain going to push, or are they just going to wait it out, which I would definitely suggest for them, because there's no point not to.
I do think they're going to wait it out. However, actually, you know what Void might try to do? Just sit in the A cap at the last second.
Yeah, that'd be a really smart idea. Just stop it for a couple seconds there.
Exactly. Sort of like the canal strategies back in the day.
Yeah. They could
and it looks like they're going to be making a play now.
Oh, here
comes a push. Rain will have to get a kill. if they try doing something like
If
that.
they try this, we're gonna have to see. It actually could be a really smart strategy now that you brought it up.
Yeah. Oh, Dragon Krieg is pushing into the B
Dragon
cap
pushing into
now,
the
just in
B.
case something happens there.
Now, can Tanner get
RGN
shots into
are gonna
him?
have to buckle down here. Raikkonen gets shot. 699 coming in.
Oh,
Double
big
tap.
shots.
Oh, even
Oh,
more. Let's go.
1,300. They just need to stop it, but B was captured.
Oh,
Now A is
Raik.
being
Yeah, they get the
captured.
B cap. A is getting
They're
B
not going to
cap
get
though,
A
but they have.
captured. They're not going to
Yeah.
get it.
Raik is lined
Oh,
up for a kill.
no.
Tantan as well. Oh, this is
That
gonna be
is
close.
not great for
Raikkonen goes
Tantan.
down. Tantan is next. Ooh.
Ghost Ranger bouncing a shot.
Rain are
Not
so
what you want
close
to
on
do.
this.
Actually, it looks
Hated
like a
Fate needs
fire
to
on
not
Mike.
survive or not die. Yeah, it looks like a fire on Mike. Oh, Rain has this on cap, and they get the
Oh,
kill
yeah,
on
they got it
Tantan.
on the kill.
Very close
It
game.
was really, really close. I think Rain, well, they did play better because they came out with the victory. But Rain just did a smooth transition. They knew as soon as they saw Void, because they had spots with Fatness in such a nice position, and they had spots, they pretty much saw that Void was slowly creeping up. And as soon as they started the move, they probably knew what you were thinking of them pushing into that base,
Yeah.
trying to get it. They just pushed all their tanks there and slapped them out of existence.
Yeah, I mean, Raikkonen did push up, but Void, or my mistake, RGN just did a really good job of focusing him out and picking up the kill.
That's what we're seeing most of the battles here is Void's trying to get an aggressive push, and it would have worked, I think, if they had pushed all of their momentum towards that side, but they also let Rain capture the base B, and I think Tanner could have gotten shots on the mouse if he had maybe pushed a little bit off to the side, because the mouse is tall. So I think that was definitely a misplay there, is trying to reset the B capture while putting all of your other tanks onto that A. But it was a really close battle in the end.
Yeah, well, you saw at the end, Fatness was engaged in a 1 versus 1 against Tanner, so I think maybe Tanner did move up to try to get some shots in, but
also can't
Fatness
afford
just
to
had
die.
the advantage there and jumped on him, yeah.
So, honestly, I think that was played perfectly by Rain. Did something.
Yeah. Well, you saw there, Rain also pushed into B, and I do think they saw right through the strategy there.
Yeah, let me just reconnect. Hopefully my mic is working fine.
So yeah, we're just gonna have to see Rain coming back with a victory, and again, these are gonna be close games down to the wire. So we've got a really good grand final lined up here.
Currently 1-1. Moving on to Mayan. Yeah.
Mayan Ruins, and this is a map that's already been played by both of his teams.
Yeah, Mayan Ruins. It's a tricky map as we've seen before, with the base B capture in the middle, knowing how to hold it.
Yeah, well, looks like Void are going for like the rematch here. Maybe now that RGN have used their aces with the 57 strategy.
Yeah, and actually running a T22 medium. This is one of the few mediums we have seen played. So we're gonna have to see where Fadu puts that. It's a trade to run hit points or speed.
Well, Fadu's gonna be getting some spots onto the C cap.
Yeah, nobody pushing
they are gonna
there.
be playing that way now. Yeah. So RGN somewhat have an advantage in terms of
they do. They've got the height
of where the enemy is.
Yeah, they've got the height advantage as well. They've got the overlooking area, which we've talked about before. And I guess the Void also has the advantage on covering base B. They've got a lot of bushes they can work with on if anybody pushes in the B.
Yeah, TJ got onto the A cap first. However, it looks like Void is double capping.
And they are actually overtaking on the capture, it looks to me.
Yep.
That was actually a really smart play from Void.
Yeah, Void are going to be ahead on cap.
Just slightly. And as we saw last game, it's usually close at the end on what happens.
Yeah, Mo is pushing up to an interesting position there. Korakora and even Steven waiting kind of like on a trap in case Rain tries pushing around C with a few tanks.
The Rain has lost a little bit of HP.
Yeah, Mo bled a little bit of damage there.
But not too much to make it detrimental.
Yeah, he is in a position to get spots on the Void tanks.
Yeah, and actually with all of Void spotted, they know where Void is. They know that they're all in town. So if they lock down both sides by holding that upper part, it's really easy to tell when Void's going to make the push and where they're going to make the push.
Well, the thing is this time, Void doesn't have to push. They have the cap advantage. So Rain are going to have to make some sort of push and rotate around.
Now, Rain could try and focus out some tanks. The issue I've seen with Void, it's not terrible because they haven't been spotted by Korra, and even Steven are off to the side. And if anybody happens to detect them, they could be taken out at the last seconds for a rush.
Yeah, well, the thing is with them, if anybody decides to detect them and go that way, they're gonna get hit pretty hard, I think.
By the tanks overlooking them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a pretty interesting position there.
It is.
But dude, like you see here, ooh, yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
It's
if they
tricky.
send that T-22 to try to flank, he could fall into the trap that Void has set there.
Yeah, that'd be actually a really nice crossfire, especially with Rob with that big alpha. Honestly, it's just a waiting game right now.
Yeah.
It looks like even Encore are expecting at least the T-22 or one of the tanks to push around behind them.
Yeah, well, that is the point of this strategy here. They're trying to get some sort of trap set up here in case something tries pushing.
Really,
so in a way, the only move RGN has is to push towards A, and it looks like they're going to be doing that.
Yeah, I was about to say, Rain is really getting a good push set up towards base A over here to deal with. Of course, they're down 2 tanks on this side, which means that Rain should be able to push just as confidently, even though they don't have all their tanks there as well.
Yeah, and Rain doing a pretty good job of just finding information on where the Void tanks are and working around with that.
Losing more hit points.
Oh, here's a push coming in.
Yeah, here comes the push, and it is 4 tanks on 3, at least on the one side.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice tracking shot on Hated.
Void has the positional advantage, and Hated Fate is
tracked again, because he's using dual consumables. He can't move.
Oh, we might see a rack here.
Oh.
Hated Fate's missing his rack.
Nice shots as well.
And Hated Fate is basically done here. Oh, and Void are taking control of all 3 caps now.
Oh my.
There's no way that Rain are going to win this at this point.
This is really good positioning from Void.
Yeah, I mean, even if Rain
the chip's going to be taken out
here. Yeah, it doesn't matter though, because they'd have to kill all of the Void
they're
tanks.
Up on cap massively.
There's no way they're going to get onto the C cap, and you see there.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to do it. Even getting nice shots in.
Yeah.
So definitely going to Void, even if, you know, they can just run away if they had 1 tank left.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what, yeah, even in Steven and Korra are just kind of out of the fight, but it doesn't matter.
Pretty much. Hated actually somehow managing to survive. I'm just impressed he was able to survive.
I don't know how.
Although Rain actually capping. Oh, no, there it goes.
Kill. Yeah, that's it.
Good job to Void.
Yeah, they had 2 caps there. It looked like they were going to win the brawl. They had the HP advantage near the end. But again, the cap strat of Void just winning them the game there. Yeah.
And as well, those tracking shots on Hated Fate when he was pushing, that was some of the best focus fire I've been seeing, because they not only nailed him once, but as soon as he repaired it, I think the other person was waiting to smack him again right in that track wheel.
Yep.
So great focus firing, and that stops partially most of the push from Rain there. That's a 1 tank knocked out pretty much.
Well, you see here, battles are being traded now.
Yeah.
Void have picked up 2 wins now, and they come up with the advantage again. So, Rain, while they had the advantage coming in with the 4-0 sweep, now find themselves on the back foot.
Maybe that was Void's plan.
Yeah, maybe it was. And honestly, I believe each team is losing on their map picks.
They are, which is quite funny. So we're going to have to see how they do.
Yeah, let's see if Rain are able to come back with an answer here, or if Void are going to start extending their lead even more.
Now, the nice thing is, as we did say, is Void's only got 2 wins, which means they've still got 3 more victories to go before they win confirms. And Rain only has to win 1 more to still even it out, which means that Rain shouldn't really be sweating it too much right now. It's when Void starts to make it to 3, and if they're at 4, then it's 4-1, then it's probably going to be going to Void. But
yeah,
when it's at this point, it's not too much of a worry. It's still like a best of 7 right now for both teams. So it's not really too bad for Rain, and I think they can keep their cool, and if they play it right, they still have a very, very high chance of coming out.
Yes, for sure. I mean, at this point, it's too early to tell.
Yeah, it's very early. Now, Canal, as we've seen, is a really important map, and this is one that pushing is so important on whatever team does it and whatever team gets the caps. So we're going to have to see how it works for Void.
Yeah, interestingly enough, this is a map that each team played against each other.
Yeah.
So let's see how this plays out. Spawns are going to be swapped compared to last time, though, so
yes,
let's see how the strategies differ.
Now, both teams running T22 mediums. However, Void is not running a light tank, where
I
they
think
are on
the E5s might get hit pretty hard on the crossing here.
Ooh, big pushes as well, and Mo is actually at a real disadvantage.
Mo is going to be in trouble here.
Oh.
Hated Fate gets tagged on the crossing as well. Mo's going to get double teamed here. Rain is going to have to bail him out, but it's going to be difficult for them.
Now the question is, Rain going to rush in and try and help out Mo, or are they just going to let him die?
Fatness got hit. Yeah, I don't know. Rob is in a little bit of
a
tight
Fadu going to get some nice shots on the Kron across.
Yeah, Mo is bleeding pretty hard. Chip is bleeding as well.
Yeah, Chip's bleeding actually more.
But it looks like Void does have the HP advantage for the
time being. But the issue is they bit a little bit more than they could chew on Mo there, and they've actually lost 2 ticks because of that.
Yeah, Korokor is about to go down.
And now Tantan might be knocked out.
Well, Rain has now pushed down, so it's going to be difficult for them to get back out of there.
They've evened out the hit points. They've honestly made it a really close battle for both teams now.
Yeah, I mean, Void kind of has the position here.
The thing about Rain is that they decided to run 2 fast tanks. They've got a Vickers Light and a T22, which means that Void's got a major hit point advantage. So when it's close looking on the board, it's actually, in my opinion, on Rain's favor, at least with the hit points.
Well, but here again, it might be that way, but the positions just go to Void.
Yeah.
They have the upper ground, and the RGN is kind of just stuck down there. Mo,
nice shot from Even,
and Mike are just, they're just kind of fish in a barrel.
It's really close.
Yeah, Rain have 2 more tanks than Void does, but again, the position just isn't looking good for them.
Nice bounce from Even there on a heat shell as well. Pretty lucky. So I think they're going to try and focus Mike, especially with him reloading that clip. You need to take out that DPM before it starts getting you shot.
Oh, even Steven get nailed there. Now, that's going to open them up.
Now that's actually
that was a huge pickup.
Rain's favor.
Yeah, I think now the gun advantage is going to start working in the favor of RGN.
It is. Ghost needs to take out Mike, but he's just kind of doing ring around the rosy.
Yeah, he is. He's got the speed boost and just running around, but now he's going to take the opportunity to
now he's going to get clipped as well. That's not great. Tanner full health, but it's not looking too good for Rain right now. I mean, Void.
Yeah, for Void.
Yeah.
They don't have the HP now at this point.
Now,
they need to get kills, but they aren't. They just
I don't know why they're not going for Mo and Fatness.
Oh, Mo botched a really big shot on the back of Ghost Ranger.
Yeah, this is 100%.
But now it's just Tanner, 1 versus 5.
Which is crazy because it was so in Void's favor, and then it went into Rain's. It slowly started slipping there as we've been seeing focus fire for Rain. It's just been on point today. They've been able to save. Mo was the first one being shot at the whole time we saw, and he was able to survive. With his Krons being able to use their clips, as you've talked about, that burst DPM, save their teammate.
Yeah, I mean, that's just so impressive that Mo was able to survive the entire game, and he's the first one that got focused out. That's going to be huge for morale, in my opinion.
Yeah, massive props.
Had that win, and it slipped out of their fingers.
So now 2-2, once again. So now it's just the best of 3, I guess.
Yeah.
So
3 more games for each team will put them up.
You can see that hit points were very similar at the top of the board, and it was honestly similar for both teams. It was really the bottom tanks that got taken out so quickly on their team, on Void's team, that they didn't support enough, and they had to rush in. That really lost them the game quickly.
Yeah, well, I think, again, Void had them down to positions.
Yeah.
Rain did have the cap advantage, though. Now that I think about it, that's probably what accelerated Void's push. Void pushed in, hoping to pick up some of those kills, but they weren't able to pick them up. And even Steven in the back ended up getting knocked
A
out.
lot
Like,
of
that was a
tanks on
huge
Rain
pickup.
were all low health, but they were still having
Mhm.
working guns. And in fact, one thing
Exactly.
that a lot of people forget is that adrenaline is a crew skill that most of these players probably have. When you're lower health, you're actually even more deadly because you're getting, I think, a 10% reload boost. So
Mhm.
a player like Mo is actually even more deadly when he's lower health to some of these Void players. And because he was able to survive for so long, that's really not what you want.
Yeah, I mean, not being able to pick up those kills definitely hurt Void in the end. Even if they had the HP advantage, Rain was just able to work
Yeah.
out more angles.
I was really surprised that Rain ran two. I really didn't think they were going to be able to pull out because they had a light tank and as well a medium tank that they traded for heavies, and Void had pretty much all heavies apart from the 268,
Mhm.
and they were still able to come back and fight, and they did a great job coming back.
Yeah, well, they stayed alive pretty much the entire game, and they were able
Hmm.
to put their guns to good use. So being able to run those mobility pieces did work out for them.
So moving on the desert sands, you've seen this a couple
Mhm.
times now. It's
Yeah, we've seen it for
yeah.
Void played on this map.
It's a good map, as we've seen before, for pushing on the dune side. Not a lot of people usually push towards town on Desert Sands, but
Yeah,
maybe
it
we're going to
normally
see a bit
comes
of a
down.
difference.
Yeah, this map normally comes down to a brawl here. So
Yeah.
let's see which team has the better focus fire for this game.
Now running a Kron on Void's team, but in place of the Kron on Rain, they're putting a FE Tune 5B.
Mm-hmm.
So
His
we're going
Royal
to have to see how
Fatness
that
getting spotted
works.
early. Tanner as well.
Tanner
Rob
shooting at
getting hit.
HE.
Rob is spotted in the far back as well as Cora.
Wow, that's actually nice
Ooh, they've
shots
got
going in.
Clippers.
Void doing a
Yeah,
really
trying to get
aggressive
some
push
shots.
here.
Oh, yeah, they are going through B
Yeah.
very aggressively.
I think, oh, you can see Rain starting to panic, come back to try and help out their tanks as quickly as possible.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, some shots going in across.
Yeah.
Void had
Now, how
basically
is
some
Void going to
tanks set up in the far
focus?
back.
How is Void going to focus fire here? Because they've
Yeah.
got tanks on the
Oh.
rails. They've also got tanks in mid. It's really
Mm-hmm.
tricky for Void on the focus fire and which tanks they want to target and take out because they kind of caught Rain, but Rain's still all convoluted together.
Yeah, well, it is going to be difficult for them. Rain are a little bit down on position again, but Void has um like they could overextend
They
again.
could.
Like who
We've
knows?
seen them do it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like they're going to do it. It looks like they're
Ooh.
holding. They're playing it
Yeah.
smart. Although
Hated
Chip just
Fate.
got slapped.
Yeah, Hated Fate getting into some good positions to farm those high scores in the middle.
Yeah.
Or just keep them down at least. Oh, but it looks like a big rotation is coming in. Hated Fate might
Yeah.
get hammered here.
And I just noticed Cora's actually running a 57 heavy.
Yeah. I mean, they had him
So,
parked in the back trying to get some shots across.
yeah.
Ooh,
Maybe
let's see
shots in the
here.
mic from the 57. Here we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Big shots going
Oh, he's
in.
getting double tapped, I think. He's gonna get away, though. Or maybe
Oh.
not.
No, he's really
Hated
not.
Fate is, oh, so isolated.
But you'll notice
TGF
Void
Blue
is
now
bleeding a
pushing.
lot.
Yeah, they are, but so is Rain. Oh, Chip
Oh.
goes down. Ghost Ranger's a one-shot.
Oh,
Goes down,
no.
too.
It's
Mike
back
is
and
low, and
forth.
so is Mo, but Mike is out of the fight.
This is just back and forth on hit points right now. It's still close. It's
Yeah,
only 1,000 apart, but it's looking to go into Rain's favor slowly.
it looks like it. Void have the cap advantage for the moment, though.
Yeah, they do. I'm thinking
And,
Rain. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to pop in
ooh.
there. Looks like Fadu
Yeah, Mike
is.
getting some good shots in. Rain,
Actually,
I don't
no.
think this is going to be a good push for them. Let's see,
Oh, the
though.
Kron. This is the Kron's moment.
Oh, but the Kron's going to get focused out.
Oh, he is. A lot of
Oh,
health.
goodbye. He's tracked.
1,300. Oh, and an out of pen shells will not what you want.
Yeah. Even Stevens now coming in. He's going to get picked up. Rob
Yeah.
goes down.
That was a quick death
Oh,
for Rob.
yeah, it really was.
Now,
Tantan's
Mosif
pushing
getting
for the
shot.
kill. Yeah. Oh, but look at this. His Raw Fatness working on Tanner with
He
Mike.
is.
Even Steven's still not gone yet. Oh,
it's looking to
Tanner
be
tried
close.
going over the ramp, but
Again, you'll
not able to
notice
get across.
this game looks to be a clear victory for Rain now. And
Yeah, at this
again,
point.
Rain just, you can see their hit points. They
Oh,
always have a fantastic job on hit point sharing. Every time their
yeah.
takes are low, but they're never knocked out.
Again, Void just not able to come up with the kills when they need to.
They need them.
You're absolutely correct. Look at
And
how many tanks are
yeah,
basically
they
one
had
shots.
3 tanks that were in the range of, especially with the Clippers they had 3 tanks on their team that could have instantly been killed, but they managed to survive. They played
Hmm.
everything correctly, and that's what makes Reign, in my opinion, currently the strongest team, at least for knowing what to do, is every game we've seen. There was only one game when they kind of just got rushed, they didn't have a choice, but every game so far, Reign has done such a fantastic job of saving their hit points and focus firing.
Yeah, I mean, like you said there, the game that they didn't really have a choice, they ended up losing, and that probably is the same for Mayan Ruin. Void played that strategy very well and didn't take the brawl. However,
Yeah.
every time that Void has taken the brawl to Rain, or if Rain makes them take the brawl, it seems like Rain have the advantage in terms of just focus fire and mechanics.
They do. So what Void hopefully is going to start learning here is maybe stop pushing as aggressive, maybe come up with some different ideas, maybe some pincer movements. They're really struggling to take out the tanks they need to, and in a timely manner as well.
Hmm. Yeah, and I mean, Rain is just doing a really good job of, like you said, um, being able to focus fire, knock out tanks, as well as HP sharing. Like you saw, Mike got hit very hard, but he was able to rotate
Yeah.
away. At the same time, he was still getting shots in. So
Yeah. Great shots coming
yeah.
out. And honestly, I don't think Rain really bounced any shells, which is good. When you push, you have to pen your shots. And I don't
Hmm.
think Void was bouncing any either, but Rain had such the tank advantage. Keeping their tanks alive caused them to be much more confident, especially when pushing on like Mike. We saw they took all of Mike's hit points away. He was pretty much full health. They pushed right on him, took him out instantly, and his clip was pretty
Hmm.
much worthless as soon as they took him out.
Yeah.
So it's been great from Rain so far.
Hmm. Now Rain actually pick up 2 wins back to back, so they
Mhm.
might be getting some momentum off of this.
Yeah, they definitely are. Maybe they're starting to realize that, hey, we're doing a great job when Void pushes us. If we just stay passive, let them try and push on us, we get the base captures. We've got a major
Yeah, or
advantage
just
here.
exactly, or just grouping together so that Void can't push on them.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So Rain needs 2 more to win, and Void
yes.
needs 3.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at the lineup here, it's looking kind of like a similar lineup we've seen most of the battles. On Port Bay, though, very tricky map as we talked about yesterday.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm not sure which team has each spawn, but
Hmm.
at the same time, it dictates a little bit of how each team can play the map realistically.
Yeah, it definitely does. Looks like Rain
Now,
pushing to the
Rain,
medium side.
yeah, and they, in my opinion, they have the worst spawn for it. Um, oh, both teams going super aggressive on the C side. We see
Wow.
here Tanner's going to be leading a charge. Fadu's going to be crossing. Maybe he gets triple tapped here.
Yeah, he's
Ooh.
pushing really aggressively, but
Wait, he's not
actually
even
not
spotted though.
spotted. There he goes, finally
Until
getting
now.
spotted.
Oh, Tanner's pushed up into a good position though. He's going to work over Fadu.
He is. It's a really nice spot to get crossfires on.
Rob pushing across. Tanner pushing up. A lot of shots coming in.
Wow.
Void again not putting the shots in.
No, and this is a really
Oh, they're
aggressive push
pushing
coming from
aggressively though.
Void.
Yeah. Oh, Fadu's going to have some really nice shots
Yeah, he
here.
is.
Not penning there though.
I'm surprised he's not shooting at Chip.
Well, even Steven keeps poking the top,
He
and he has
does.
a bit of the high ground. Hated Fate getting focused out
Oh,
now.
nice shots in a hated fate, taking
Oh,
him
gets knocked
out.
out. Rob is very low.
But you'll notice Rain
Rain,
again, much higher on hit points overall.
yeah, you're actually right. Void bleeding a lot for that
They
push. Tantan's
are.
not going to be pushing Fadu out of that corner, though. That could be big. Ooh,
Tanner needs to
Fadu
keep
taking a lot
getting
of hits.
those. It's
But
just
again, like, this split focus
it
fire from the
is.
side of
It looks like
Void.
Rain's pushing now aggressive, and it's just
Yeah,
all red, and you see barely any blue in this.
exactly. Like,
2 tanks
they've
knocked
got
out.
2 tanks advantage
And
now.
the funny thing is, Fadu still not taken out. Well, I guess he is
There we
now.
go. Now
But
he's gone, but
yeah,
Chip dies as well, so...
a nice
Ooh,
shots
let's
going
see
to
here.
Mike.
Yeah, well, we see Reich is now in the middle of like 4 tanks, and he's gonna get
Yeah,
focused out very quickly.
it's not looking
But
too good, especially with Cora on the Kron.
oh,
Poor DPM, he's not going
Void
to be able to
picking it
defend
up a
much.
little
And a
bit.
fire on the Cora.
Oh, a fire on the
Whoa,
Kron. That's big.
that's real big.
Oh, Mo's now getting focused out.
They need to pen their shots
Tanner's
on Mo.
still doing good at staying alive
Uh-oh, but here
and putting
comes
his gun into the
Tanner.
game. Mo goes down. And now it's going to be a 3-on-3. TJ looks like he's going to get focused out here.
He is.
Oh,
Tanner getting the clutch miss.
Big shot missed. Wow.
This is real close, but Tanner's pretty much knocked out here. That's the issue. So it's 3 tanks on 2.
Oh, another bot shot from Fatness.
Oh, and Rain just getting shot.
Needs to go down, but yeah.
Maybe gonna finish him.
Ooh, TJ's now just about a one-shot, but Reich is down, and it's just Tantan.
Yeah, this is
Can he Kolobanov?
Well, oh, nice shot there.
Now.
And he misses his shot. Dragon. That is not looking too good for Tantan there.
Yeah, I don't think this will be a Kolobanov in a tournament, unfortunately for Tantan.
Great job from Rain again. Every time we've seen Void, again, pushing aggressive and losing on the aggressive push. They just can't keep up.
They can't win the brawls that they're taking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not looking good for them in terms of that.
No, I guess it's because...
that's what their strategies are,
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
At this point.
I guess it's their strategies. They've practiced these for many, many battles and scrims, and I guess they just don't want to change what they have planned already, because it's really hard, as you know, to just come up with, okay, guys, we're doing this now. It's really hard to come up with something in battle on what you're going to do. So I guess they're like, okay, we're sticking to strategy.
Exactly. And on top of that, push strategies are a little bit more, or a little bit easier to coordinate, like you said, on the spot. But those types of strategies where you set up a trap and really get into good positions, those are the ones that take a while to come up with.
Yeah.
And at this point, if they have rush strategies set up, there's no way that they're going to be coming up with like a trap strategy on the spot.
There's one more game that Rain needs to win. This is their 3rd victory in a row. And I think Rain's honestly got it solidly in the bag here. Unless Void manages to just pull out some massive games here and really show some strength, it's going to be going to Rain.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the score is 4-2.
Yeah.
Rain just need one more win, like
Rain's
you said.
Probably
so
fairly confident right now.
Yeah, Void has to win 3 games back to back to back, and that's just to be insanely difficult for them.
Very hard to do.
Yeah, so I think our analysts both predicted a 5-2 to Rain, so maybe that comes true. But let's see.
Now a brand new map to tournament, New Bay.
Interesting map choice, actually.
Yeah, this is the first time we've ever seen this on the professionals, and it's actually, this could be great for Void because nobody really has any idea on what's going on here. But of course, I think the main, at least from experience, the main important choke point is the bridge, because you have the advantage of height and you can overlook bases. So we're going to see how it works out.
Well, at the same time, I don't think the bridge is as effective in tournaments because there's only one cap on that side.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Now that I see that, the cap's actually below it.
And I think Rain has the advantage in terms of this spawn, having the better side to push very aggressively.
Now, the issue I am seeing with Void here is they've got slower, heavier tanks, and if Rain takes advantage of this, they could just push right on to Void.
Well, let's see here. Void are actually getting the advantage in terms of position early on. Ghost Ranger has a very good position there in the corner.
Yeah, actually, he does really nice shots coming out. But he needs to hit his shots. We've got Dragon really kind of overlooking the pathway here, and I'm seeing 257s
here.
And as you see, Cora and even Steven off to the side there, if those tanks pull out, that's going to be real bad for them.
Yeah, but one of those 57s got spotted. Ooh, Rob takes a lot of hits there.
He did.
Void not coming out very good at all in terms of trading. Rain just have the advantage at this point.
Again, Rain just up on the hit points, up on everything pretty much. See Void's health
Enzyme
drain.
Getting focused out. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't looking good for Void.
No.
Rain just looking dominant so far. Can they pull it back? It doesn't look like it.
There's no way. The health, you can just see the bar on the side. It just drains.
Like you said earlier, just blue getting drained, red staying pretty healthy.
Yeah, although big shots going to Hated Fate and Mike there.
Yeah, Hated Fate does go down.
He does.
Mike is now getting focused out too, so let's see if they can bring it back. The HP still in the advantage.
Ooh, nice match from Tanner.
Yeah,
is he gonna survive? Oh, he got away.
Gets knocked out there.
But, it's already a 4.
Yeah, the HP advantage is just huge in the favor of RGN, as it has been the whole fight.
Cora's going to be taken out.
Yep. And now it's just 3-on-5 again.
Yeah,
TJF Blue staying alive as a one-shot.
Great job to Rain for these battles here.
Yeah, I mean this is gonna be the last game.
This is the
Rain
last
is gonna be
game.
taking this. Oh,
Big
huge shot
shots in
going
the
into Fadu,
Fadu.
but yeah, it
As
doesn't
I said
matter
at the
at this point.
beginning, Rain had the advantage of having the faster tanks be able to get in the position, so they just noticed, hey, we can just push. Again, they pushed,
Yeah,
they
but it
had the
was
confidence.
yeah, it was interesting though. I said that they had the good spawn for taking
Yeah,
the
they did.
park, but in my opinion, Void took control of very good positions quickly.
They did. They had
So
good positions, just Rain, I guess they thought they could do it, and they pulled it out.
yeah, I mean a little bit of BM in the chat as I saw at the end there, but um yeah, let's uh
You saw nothing.
rivalry ending there. Yeah.
Yes. Great job, Train. You can see the damage disparity here. Fatness playing at
Mhm.
4,000, and even the damage that 4 tanks on Rain is dealing more than pretty much all of the other teams combined.
Yeah,
So
I mean, yeah, just dominant there. Um Void just didn't have the shots coming in when they needed to in that
yeah,
fight.
and every who predicted 5-2, good guess on you because it
Yeah, I
was
think
literally
both
on
of
the
our
spot.
yeah, both of the analytics specialists came up with the 5-2 in favor of Rain, and wow,
Yeah,
I can't say I would have guessed that as like
no, I could not
as
have.
spot on.
So fantastic job to both clans, of course, and
Yeah,
no
Rain
shame in
took it
Void.
home.
I think Void
Yeah,
still gets what 15 grand or something like that split up in between them. I'm
I
not sure how
believe
much
so.
it is.
Yes,
Yeah, so
15 grand,
they still
so
get a nice prize pool,
1,500. Mm-hmm.
and it's nice that all the clans got to fight in this tournament. Of course, big props to even GMA who didn't make it into the professionals. But this was some really fun games, and as well, I had a pleasure commentating with you, Fishy.
Oh yeah, same here. I mean, this was a lot of fun. Some super great games coming in from both teams, or from all teams, all four teams,
Yeah,
and all 8 teams that were in the top 8. So, thank you all for those games. Congratulations to the winners, which would be Rain. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all there is here.
yeah. I guess we'll throw it on to the analyzers to share their opinions on really how Rain was able to grapple these victories in.
Yeah.